Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think yesterday we were discuss about the multiple choice question which are based on chapter number 1, that is polynuclear and the heteronuclear aromatic compound. And we are discussing as a multiple choice question. The reason behind it, nowadays we are in a big problem. We are facing the COVID-19 pandemic. 1.5 year has gone, but there is no offline lectures as well as examination, and due to that critical situation, the students are having, or university, or according to the guideline to the UGC, continuous internal assessment as well as university examination pattern are totally changed. They are on the basis of multiple choice question, means objective type question, and it will test your knowledge because objective type problem solving it require lot of logical things behind solving that problem, and I hope you will get some idea, because I am solving the multiple choice by giving justification why that multiple choice answer or alternative is correct. So I am trying in some cases. So here the nitrogen atom in pyridine is dash dash hybridized, and options are given here: sp3, sp2, sp, and these are all of these. Now here remember, when the N atom in pyridine is dash dash hybridized, everybody knows the structure of pyridine, which is aromatic in nature, and every atom which are involved in the ring formation, 5 are carbon atom and 1 are the nitrogen atom. When carbon-carbon double bonds are formed, that is a hypothetical hybridization. Do you remember the statement or the definition or the concept of hybridization? The process of mixing and recasting of atomic orbital which are different in energy when they overlap to form a new set of orbital which are equal in energy, or we can call it as a degenerate. That process is known as a hybridization, and the new orbital formed is known as a hybrid orbital. Only just simply combining two atomic orbital. There are 4 atomic orbitals generally present in an element, such as s orbital, s atomic orbital, p orbital, d orbital and the ape orbital. But as far as the organic chemistry is concerned, whenever the compounds are formed, even though hybridization is a hypothetical process, it is very essential Essentially, it helps to understand the physical as well as chemical properties of the organic compound. When they form as a new atomic or new hybrid orbital, it has a definite shape and direction, it has a definite geometry, and most of the organic compound showing their physical properties as well as chemical properties based upon the geometry, how they are, how the atoms are oriented in a space, that depending upon that we can predict its physical properties as well as chemical properties. When the carbon-carbon single bond, that shows as a sp3 hybridization which has a tetrahedral geometry, but here the sp2 hybridization when there is a carbon-carbon double bonds are there, and these nitrogen atom, heteroatom, there is a nitrogen carbon double bonds are there, and therefore both are exhibiting sp2 hybridization, even though that all the carbon atom as well as nitrogen atom, because nitrogen atom also involved in the ring formation, the sextet is complete, and therefore the nitrogen atom in pyridine is sp2 hybridized. So B is the right answer. Here you remember. Now let us move on to the next question, that is question number 77. Here in that 77, let us see here the next question. When acetylene and ammonia is passed through, when acetylene and ammonia passed through red hot tube, what is formed? Red hot tube, what is formed? What is formed? Question mark is there, and options are given as such: pyridine, B is pyrrole, and C piperidine, and D would be none of these. These are the options are given. Now in the justification, let us see the structure of pyridine. Everybody knows that the structure of pyridine is this one, which is basic in nature. Pyrrole is also containing nitrogen. Piperidine, and we know that it is a non-aromatic heterocyclic compound. These are the structure of these corresponding names which are given here in the objectives. So when acetylene and ammonia pass through red hot tube, what is formed? If you remember the synthesis of heterocyclic compound, there are different starting material used for the synthesis of these or those heterocyclic compounds. Here acetylene, as we know that acetylene has the structure, it is a linear structure, and ammonia NH3, when it is heated with red hot tube, it forms the compound generally. This is an industrial process for the synthesis of pyrrole. What do you get over here? Here we got this one pyrrole over here, and B is the right answer, so you can remember here. So here you will get the right answer. Now let us move on to the next question. Now is the question number 78. Let us see what is it. So here the question which we are discussing here, this one. When acetylene and hydrogen, same question, when acetylene and SCN, hydrogen cyanide is passed through red hot tube, what is formed? Question mark. What is formed? When acetylene and hydrogen cyanide is passed through red hot tube, what is formed? There is a question mark, and the options are given. A. Pyridine, B. Pyrrole, C would be piperidine, piperidine, and D. pyrrolidine. So these are the options are given. Let us see the justification or the elaboration, and we are emphasizing here mainly the heterocyclic compounds. Pyridine, everybody knows the structure of pyridine, this one. Pyrrole, most of you might be knowing the structure of pyrrole. Piperidine, few of you might be knowing the structure of piperidine, and this would be the structure of piperidine. And pyrrolidine, very few of you might be knowing the structure of pyrrolidine. So these are the structure which I have drawn here. When acetylene and hydrogen cyanide is passed through red hot tube, what is formed? So in this case, once again, when you know that the structure of acetylene is this one, here 2 molecules of acetylene was taken along with ammonia, then red hot tube was employed and the resulting compound formed will be this one. And as we know that the structure of this, what is it? It is a pyridine. And remember, when ammonia is treated with acetylene, the reaction carried out through red hot tube and resulting compound obtained was pyrrole. The same reaction when carried out, the same starting material acetylene and the hydrogen cyanide, the reaction is carried out through red hot tube. The resulting compound obtained was pyridine, and here A is the right option is given here, so it is there. Now let us move on to the next question, question number 79. And what is it that we will look here? When acetylene and H2S, when acetylene and H2S, hydrogen sulfide, disulfide you can call it, in presence of AlCl3, aluminum chloride, AlCl3 not, Al2O3, aluminum trioxide is passed through red hot tube, what is formed? That is a question mark once again, and the options are given. 1. Pyridine, 1 is a pyridine. B. Pyrrole. C. Thiophene, and D would be furan. Let's see once again. Read the question carefully. When acetylene and H2S in presence of Al2O3 alumina is passed through red hot tube, what is formed? The structures of these compounds are as such. This is the structure of pyridine, and pyrrole, we know that the structure of pyrrole is this one. Thiophene, it has a structure like this, and furan has a structure this one. These are the structure of corresponding names which are mentioned over here. Now you just logically think here. When acetylene, as we know that S triple bond CH and H2S gas, red hot tube, it brings the cyclization, and the compound obtained will be this one. that is a thiophene. Remember here sulfur is there, and therefore the possibility of from that alternative which are given here, only thiophene containing as a sulfur, so rest of the organic compound does not contain sulfur, and therefore there is no possibility of other option. So the right option or the correct option will be C, would be the correct option. So now next question, let us see pyrrole on reduction with, let us see the question number 80. Question number 80 is this one. See the question number 80, what is it? Wait a minute. Let's see. Pyrrole on reduction with, pyrrole on reduction with H2 in presence of nickel gives dash dash dash, and the options are given. A, once again pyridine. B, 2-pyrroline, and C would be piperidine, and D would be pyrrolidine. Now once again read this question carefully. Pyrrole on reduction with H2 in presence of Rane nickel gives dash dash. Pyridine, all of you know the structure of pyridine. This one, 2-pyrroline, structure of 2-pyrroline will be this one, and here piperidine, the structure of piperidine will be 6-membered ring saturated, this one, and pyrrolidine, the structure of is a non-aromatic heterocyclic compound, 5-membered ring, which is a pyrrolidine. Pyrrole, structure of pyrrole, everybody knows that. This is a structure of pyrrole when it is treated with H2 in presence of nickel at 200 to 250 degrees centigrade. The resulting compound obtained will be this one. This is a reduction process, reduction reaction takes place, and the resulting compound obtained is this one, and the name of this compound is a pyrrolidine. So this is the product which we got over here, and the right answer would be D is the right answer over here. So this is a question number 80 we have seen. Now let us move on to the next question, and the next question would be as such. Wait a minute. The next question will be furan undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction at dash dash position. 81. Furan undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction reaction at dash dash position and answers are given A1, B2, C3 and D. None of these D is a or it may be as a 4. Furan undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction at dash dash position. What do you think? Which would be the correct answer from this alternative? You have to choose correct answer. And we know the structure of furan is this one and not here. When electrophile is attacked, it exclusively attack at 2 position, right? And therefore it does not occur at this is a one position heteroatom. Not possible. This is a 2, 3, and 4, and this one is a 5. Look at 2 and the 5 are the same, and therefore in the alternative or in the options 3 is 2 is B is the correct answer over here, because it undergoes at electrophilic 5-membered ring, and only 3 ring we are studying heterocyclic. Moiety are 3, one is furan, pyrrole and the thiophene. So we frequently studying that one. So remember, the electrophilic substitution occur at 2 position. Now let us move on to the next question, that is the question number 82. What is it? Pyrrole undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction at, now is a pyrrole undergoes electrophilic substitution at dash dash position. Pyrrole undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction at dash dash position. Once again, the options are here 4, B, 3, C, 2 and D is the 1. In a previous example, we have taken the furan, and remember here is a pyrrole. This is the structure of pyrrole, and that pyrrole undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction here. At which position? I already mentioned in the descriptive part. The electrophilic substitution reaction exclusively occur at 2 position, and therefore C is the right answer. You have to think logically and you will get the correct answer. Now let us move on to the next question, that is a question number 83. And what is it? The question number 83 would be thiophene undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction at dash 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 position, and once again the object options are 1, B 2, C 3, and D are 4. And once again you know the structure of thiophene. This is the structure of thiophene, and that thiophene undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction mainly at two position. Here is a sulfur and here is a electrophile. Look at here, and where B is the right choice, or what we can call it as a correct option over here. And now let us move on to the next question, that is a question number 84. Question number 84, once again let's see. Pyridine undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction at dash dash position, and here the options are given once again. A1, B2, C3, and D4. All are knowing the structure of pyridine. This is the structure of pyridine. When electrophile approaches at what position? The electrophile approaches at 3 position here mainly, and therefore in pyridine the correct answer would be the C. And the next question number 85. The question number 85 would be this one. What is the following reaction? What is following reaction? What is following reaction? Question mark. The reaction is given. The reaction is given here. CS3 when it is heated with P2O5, heat it, cyclization takes place. Cyclization, temperature 140 to 150 degrees centigrade, and the resulting compound obtained will be this one. Product also given, CS3, and here is a CS3. And options are given. A, what is the following reactions? Options are given. Haworth synthesis, B, Williamson synthesis, and C is given, Paul-Knorr synthesis, and D is given, Kolb synthesis. Kolb synthesis. Look at here, what is following reaction? This is a plain reaction is given. There is a formation of here 2,5-dimethyl furan. Why 2,5? Because at 2, and according to the numbering system 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 and 5 position there are 2 methyls are present, and therefore number indicate the position of the methyl group. They are present at 2 and 5 position, and therefore it is known as 2,5-dimethyl furan, not E, furan. And now it is one of the named reaction. What is following reaction? What means the question, the expectation of answer means information. What means information? It providing the information regarding, this is a reaction, no doubt about it, but which reaction? Among the 4, you have to select the correct answer. So we know that it is a well-known Polymer synthesis, because for the synthesis of heterocyclic compounds, generally 5-membered ring, Polymer synthesis is because he discovered that reaction for synthesis, and therefore this is a Polymer synthesis. I think with this we have covered today near about 10 multiple choice questions with their justification, and remaining multiple choice question we will discuss in our upcoming lecture. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.